Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the Bench Points podcast with your boy, Zach Schneidy. Has anyone called you Schneidy?
Z Schneid. No.
Was that a thing?
No.
Z Shite.
Z Money.
Z Money. Yeah, that's an easy one. Dude, it's been a week since our last podcast. The drama does not stop. Every day we get something new. We got a Chris Paul departure. We got Giannis meeting and determining his future, whatever that means. Trade, right?
Yeah, more Giannis talk.
Close games, a lot of L's, a lot of dubs. Players trying to make their all-star bids, and that's what we're going to do a little bit part of today. So a little bit of rambling, some fun stories throughout the week, and we're going to go through some potential all-stars, and maybe we'll finish up talking about the NBA Cup that's advancing this week. How does that sound?
Sounds perfect.
So I guess I'll start with this. Potential all-stars, if we're going into that, I should say and explain how the new thing works, because it's hard to keep up with all the different changes as Adam Silver tries to make this a little bit competitive, entertaining. We had a moment there where they were fighting for charity and they're trying to reach a certain score. That was entertaining, but then it lost itself. It kind of failed out. But I should explain the new all-star format and how people are being selected. Again, it's 5 starters, 7 reserves from each conference. That has not changed. That's done through player voting for the starters, fans, media for the starters, and then coach picks the reserves. But this is a little different with international and USA. So it's going to be 24 all-stars, but it could be more. Now, typically there are more, usually with all-star replacements due to injury.
Reserves.
That happens, right? So this is how it's done. So let's say there's 16 Americans and 8 international players, which is how it's supposed to be. So if there's 14 Americans and 10 international players, Adam Silver would name 2 more Americans to get to the 16-player limit. Like, this shit could build. There's a chance for 30 All-Stars this year, which is just a little ridiculous. But there is a lot of talent, but it's just a little ridiculous.
It's crazy. It's the whole All-Star format in a world where we should be getting simpler and faster and more efficient. This is just so clunky and crazy. I also think that the international team, obviously by far the favorite. They have all the top 4 guys probably in the league, and
Yep. And former MVPs.
there's gonna be some weird all-stars this year. There's gonna be an all-star or 2 that shock some people, I think.
Yeah, so that's why I wanted to get through some potential all-stars with that. I think we should start with a thing that we're unsure of, which is LeBron James.
Oh,
I think he's made an all-star almost every single year of his career. I'm going to fact check myself.
well, I'll mention something to do with LeBron then
Okay, go
that we
ahead.
didn't mention in this week of news is his streak snapped.
His 10
He
double-digit streak, huh?
his 10 points a game, he went for 1,297 straight games. He was struggling the game before. Like, he barely got 10 the game before. And
I
that's
think
when
he got
people
it
were
in
like,
garbage time a little bit.
yeah, and then got out of the game quick. So he obviously everyone saw the play. The assist to Rui in the corner. He could
Versus the
have
Toronto
drove.
Raptors. Yep.
Yeah, he could have drove. He could have took a jump shot. He could have done anything else, but he did that. Um, the craziest stat of them all, only 24 players have ever played that many amount of games in the NBA.
It's crazy to think that also he wasn't even first on that list. Like, his record was second.
Yeah,
I want to say Robert
insane.
Parrish is first. Like, I with that stat, and we're looking up, what did you say? 24 players have only played that many games.
Yes.
So that loophole made me go down because Vince Carter's on that list, and I texted you earlier this week where I'm like, bro, Vince Carter played till he was 43. Like, it was Kings and Hawks near the end, and it was not impactful. He was also commentating on games in the middle of the
Mm-hmm.
season when his team was playing.
Mm-hmm.
But he played till he's 43, bro, and played 15 over 1,500 games. Draymond
And
Green just reached, I think, 900. Like, he'll try to make 1,000. Like, 1,000 is, if you have 1,000, it's very impressive. I always thought 1,000 is insanely impressive.
yeah.
Kawhi might never get that. Kawhi might never get that. You know what I mean?
Like Jalen Brown talked about how he just scored, I think he just passed 12,000 career points, I believe. And he was like, LeBron's at 38 or
Yeah,
whatnot, 30,
40s.
40. Like, he's like, how did he do this? And like Jalen Brown's like in his prime right now, and he's just
Yeah.
like this LeBron guy. He's just been pretty injury free. Um, and he did it on a selfless play. So hey,
It's a poetic way to end it, right? For the buzzer beater for the win. Yo, we got the dub. He can go out mentally be like, yo, my streak is my streak. It is what it is. We just won that game. Let's keep it going. Because he's joining this Lakers team who's just rolling a little bit, you
yeah, I
know?
mean it's that streak doesn't have to be over his head anymore. It kind of reminds me of that Warrior streak to start the year when they finally lost the game. Then it's no one's talking about it anymore. No one's it's not hanging out over his head.
Yeah.
So he does look a little tad slower, and he's always going to be picking his spots. But
I think it's all strategic. Like the reason we bringing him up is because I fact check it. It's 21 All-Star appearances. I don't think he got one his rookie year. But he's made every single since he just does. It's in LA for the Clippers, not the Lakers though. I don't think he has a single. I mean, voting's going to start here eventually. I don't think he
that's the
has a
thing.
single. He doesn't have a poll for it. He's averaging 6 games, 14 points. Like that's the lowest I've never seen 14 ever. We haven't even seen anything lower than 20.9, by the way.
Oh,
You know, I mean,
it just makes me think of. And I know Andrew Wiggins was having a better year than LeBron for sure. But Andrew Wiggins was a starter in an All-Star game with the
yeah,
Warriors.
the fan vote
And if
helped there.
I don't know what the fan vote that'd be the reason for LeBron. I don't think
You're
he's a
right.
top 30 player right now, but he still has the IQ and he gets the assists. He's a good player still, but like
He
an
probably doesn't
all-star level
deserve it.
player,
He doesn't deserve it, right?
I don't think so. But
His shooting
I
splits
think
are
the fans might vote him
terrible,
in.
by the way. 55 from the free throw line, 26 from three, and 41 from the field goal. Yes, he's playing into himself. Yes, I think he will improve. He's just picking his spots. They're going to coast and try and win some games if they can. He sat out against Lakers versus Celtics, which is sad. You should never sit out that kind of thing, but he
Hmm.
might never play a back to back again, right? Why would you play him a back to back?
Yeah,
Are all these old players this season? Is it official that if you're old, you're not playing back to backs anymore?
yeah. You're
Unless you're
picking the
Steph
game
Curry.
that's harder.
Yeah, I mean, faster too, you know.
Hmm.
So I think his teammate Austin Reeves
I
100% has
agree.
a case for an All Star.
100.
He should be an All Star, right?
I think he should be as well. Do you know, do you have his stats pulled up or no?
I do have that's pulled up. I've got about 14 tabs open, and my computer's a little bit lagging after I Brooklyn Nets rookies. Dude, how many points per game do you think he's doing? Don't look, don't look.
I I didn't look, but I think it's around 29.
Dude, it is 29.
Yeah.
Austin Reeves is doing 29. Did 20 last year. An undrafted thing. A recent, he was on the Matt Barnes, what Steven Jackson
Yeah.
podcast, All the Smoke
Well,
or whatever.
that was an old clip. I think that's resurfaced. But go ahead.
Sure, but I didn't know that. I mean, he had a chance to get drafted. Chose I
Yeah.
plotted out the rosters. What's the best opportunity for me? I prefer to go undrafted.
He could have got drafted as high as 42. That's
Yeah,
what he
allegedly,
said
right?
out of 60. I mean, you could tell it's old because of his hair. His hair is like crazy in that
Yeah.
video. But yeah, he's playing unbelievable ball. Had 44 this last week. Playing really, really good. I mean, he deserves a case more than LeBron, but I don't
100% he should be on there. 29, 6 and 7, 1, 88%,
6 and 7
53 from the field. 53 from the field, 37 from three. Like those are all star numbers. If you're averaging
on
29 points per game, you are a lock.
on a high volume shooter. So like
Yeah,
if
and
you're
it's a
averaging
team that's winning
37
too.
with a lot of shots,
Yeah, 37 minutes a game, 17 shots per game. Doing what he can, man. He might sign the biggest undrafted contract of all time this offseason. Fred Van Vliet used to have that reign,
hmm
but dude, we're seeing just some changes. Undrafted players, man, they will get you. There is some just with that. And this is the second time the Lakers have done this, man.
yeah,
Alex Caruso before that was one of the all-time best defensive undrafted players, other than Ben Wallace. I'm not dumb, guys. I'm not dumb. Um, it's just he's a lock in my opinion. Don't you agree?
I would agree. And there's some other locks that like we don't even need to talk about, obviously, like the Jokic's and the Wembys and the
Yeah, is Kevin Durant a lock? He does get a good fan vote
Not a
too, by the way.
lock, but he'll be there.
He'll be there. What do you think about a player you're a big fan of, Jalen Johnson of the Atlanta Hawks?
I think he's a lock now.
He got a triple
I,
double in the first half against the Nuggets, by the way,
yeah,
and got a
yeah,
triple double last night too, by the
yeah, I
way.
had his stats pulled up
I have it right
here.
here. I have it right
23
here.
and a half, 10 and a
Yep.
half, 8 assists, steal and a half a game, half a block, whatever, but only 3 turnovers, just over 3 turnovers. Especially with if you've been watching this Hawks team, he's their point forward, their point guard, their
Yeah.
so like the 3 turnovers for anyone else you'd be like, but like for a ball handler shooting
Yeah, it
53,
happens 50, 40, 80 with that guy right now.
yeah,
Dude, it's just he had such an interesting career of leaving, going to Duke, one and done out of Wisconsin, as in the state, um, and left early. I was like, how do you leave early? I think it was Coach K's last year. I could be wrong, but like you're leaving that program early. Signs with Clutch. Sometimes I'm a Clutch hater, even though it's the only agency I follow on Instagram. I don't know why, but I still follow them. I'm fascinated by it, but I also hate it at times. And gets this mega contract extension, gets a bump his third year, his fourth year was just wow, okay, we see it here. We're kind of interested in what he can do. Transitions to a power forward. Kind of came into the league small forward, maybe a wing, but he's solidified himself as top 10 power forward in the league right now, right?
100%. I think he's a lock. I'm more interested in talking about guys that are on the fringe, but he's if you're following fantasy basketball at all, if you care, fourth overall.
No way.
Yeah,
Wow. Is he a Team USA lock?
Team USA lock.
Dude, I
I
know. I
think they
just thought of
should.
that.
I think he probably should. I mean, he's up like definitely in the running and probably a front runner as of right now.
Speaking of a guy who's 1 year younger, who potentially will also get their first All Star nod, is Jalen Duren a lock, my friend?
Jalen Duren. You got his stats pulled.
I do
I'm not
not.
trying to be just a. I'm not trying to be a box score watcher, but I need to see some stats.
I think he had 18 and
Um,
18 last night.
he's averaging
Number one in the
19 and
East.
12.
Yeah, bro. I think he's kind of a lock. And I would like to see him on Team USA as well. I can't lie.
If the if the Pistons, I'd love to see him on USA. Just he's so fun to watch. He's so the alley oops just come so natural.
Dude,
Um,
he's just so big.
yeah, I want to see him in person. But if the Pistons keep coming up, uh, I think they probably should have two, and it would obviously be the Cade and him
Yeah, they do
combo.
deserve to. You're right. Yeah, and we'll see how the fan vote is for Duran, but the coaching staff won't deny him. I
I have a
honestly,
similar question then. Do you think Chet is a lot like should be All Star?
it's harder in the West, and he's definitely not been as dominant, even though they are winning a lot more. He's not been even close as dominant as
18 and
Jalen
8.
Duran. I mean, yeah, it's just he's an impressive player. He's a great player. He's a winning player. He's not as impactful. I think his box scores and his impacts can sometimes be a little silent. Without it, they would struggle, but it's just a little bit silent and doesn't have that all star factor. He will get some
But
votes. Fans will be interested. Coaches will be interested. There's absolutely a chance, especially if Adam Silver needs to step in. If he's not an all star, he's the first one to get put in
well, my thought is just if the Thunder are Thunder are 22 and 1 and you're going to have one All-Star, that
because it can't be Jalen Williams.
it can't be JW yet by any means. And
No,
probably by the time the All-Star comes out, maybe we'll see.
I don't think he should.
So
It's just
if a
not fair.
22 and 1 team has one All-Star, I feel like you're just kicking the second All-Star to them.
Yeah, when the Warriors had four all stars when they were winning
Yeah.
like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fair. It's fair. Um,
And like old Hawks teams would have three. They would throw in Kyle
oh
Korver. Like
yeah,
I know
Kyle
that the
Korver
league
got
was
it
a
when they
little.
was in Brooklyn. You're right. Yeah. Paul Millsap used to get that shit. People forget about Paul Millsap. That
Yeah,
man
like
had a
I think
career.
there's a case for it.
Okay, well let's talk about a former Thunder player then. The boy, I check my Twitter, man. 2 years ago, I tweeted Josh Giddey's going to be an all-star. Josh Giddey is close to triple double, averaging a triple double, 20,
Hmm.
10, and 9, bro. Shooting even better, more impressive, 38 from three. That's always worrisome, but his shooting numbers aren't bad. Very good around the rim, always has been. Just a
Hmm.
big guard that is providing more winning ways than he has before. The team is
Yeah.
still the Chicago Bulls. They've calmed down, but his impact on the Eastern Conference as well as this team and his jumps has him maybe one or two for most improved player as well, by the way. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, I
He
mean, he's
he
been
had
playing
this in
really,
the
really good.
Thunder. He had sparks like this. He had some triple doubles here and there. But
The
right now, coming back up,
this Thunder roster is so stacked, and like how they trade away Giddy and he becomes great, and they're like, we're fine with Caruso. Like he just
yes,
fits us better. The reason they
yes.
traded him was because he couldn't shoot, but he's been shooting great now. Um,
I don't think anyone has regrets.
no, it's so close. I think he probably is an all-star in the East.
Dude, it'd be hard to deny that.
Yeah, yeah, it would be really hard to deny it.
If
Um,
MPJ gets it over him, man.
well, it's like Giddy's on the like. Would you take Jalen Johnson over Giddy probably?
Yes.
How do you feel about Scotty Bar? Like, you got to compare these guys.
I've got Scotty Barnes up, man. Defensive player
Yeah,
of the month for November and October.
Norman
Shooting better.
Powell.
Norman Powell, we'll see what the impact is after Tyler Hero because there's still a month of Tyler Hero ball. We'll see where those numbers
Hmm.
lie because it was at 25 for a while. But I have Scotty Barnes up for a reason here, man. Defensive plays, I watched all his highlights, defensive highlights from the month after he got that nomination win for defensive player of the month. So long, bro. Catching every single pass, had big blocks, game
Hmm.
saving blocks for some wins, leading the team. You know, he was a little stagnant. People weren't as happy with him last year and say, this is the guy we paid all this upcoming money to.
Yeah,
He's decided to turn it on here, matching well with Brandon Ingram. I think he's a lock for the Raptors are fading a little bit, but he's a lock for All Star, no doubt.
lock. Okay.
He's already been an All Star before, by the way.
How many locks are we at?
Well, we're not even like counting like the Jokic Giannis stuff.
No, I know, but like you also have to do it in the East and West.
I don't know. He had less stats when he went his All Star year the third year.
So there's seven like locks. If we're throwing Dern and Tyrese Maxey's the lock of all locks. Giannis, Jalen Brown,
Okay, yeah,
Jalen.
here we go. Yeah, Giannis, Jalen Brown, Jalen Brunson, Kate, and this, by the way, it no longer has to be positional.
Okay.
Does not matter anymore. So in the East, we got those four. Tyrese Maxey's a lock, right?
Yep.
Donovan Mitchell's a lock, and then like falling off of a chance of is Jalen Duren, Josh Giddey. Did I say Jalen Johnson already?
No, I don't think you locked him in.
Jalen Johnson, we can lock him in. But then
Yeah.
Franz Wagner might get it. As we were recording this on Sunday, he's currently down at the game, got injured, so I don't know what the injury severity is. But you could put him
Hmm.
as 10, and then those other two, it's either going to Evan Mobley, maybe Norman Powell. I don't know, man. Jalen
Yeah,
Duren. I mean, there's just choices. I think that's pretty even. That's what I would say for the East. Don't you agree?
I would. Yeah.
And maybe Mikal Bridges gets some love or Cat. I didn't even mention those two. Who knows?
We mentioned. Yeah, we only mentioned Brunson.
No, I know
There.
exactly. Like those two are sneaky, and there's a chance that there might be some love from the coaches or what they've seen. Um, but in the West, I mean, Steph, Luca, KD, Ant, SGA, Nicola, Sangoon's got to be on there,
Hmm.
right?
You said
Um,
Wemby.
I would. I'm about to get to Wemby. I need him on the All Star team. I need him back, bro, so bad. I want
You
him
said
back so
Luca, right?
bad. Yep. So that's eight, and then
Austin Reeves.
Austin Reeves should be on there.
Let's
Do
lock him in.
we do we give the nod for Abdia, Jamal, or Lowry for their first All Star selection here? Is there? We've got three
I
spots
like
left.
Denny. I like Denny.
So maybe you
Hometown
put Denny in
bias,
there. Do
but
you
he's
put
playing
Chet,
unbelievable.
James Harden, or Devin Booker in there?
Chet has to be. The Thunder need two. The Thunder need two.
11. Okay, so you giving the last spot to James Harden? Are you giving it to Lowry Marketing? Do you give it to Julius Randle? I mean, that's where
I
it just gets a little interesting.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you. I would pick probably Lowry,
Yeah.
but just based
Or
on it's
if there's
tough.
a chance De'Aaron Fox gets some love, he gets some love. I don't know.
That man
you
has been
know,
balling as well.
or Jaren
Balling.
Jackson Jr. if he gets love. I mean, it's hard to tell. That's a no from
No,
you, dog.
no Triple J. No Triple J.
And in the East, what can I say? If MPJ gets the nod, he gets the nod. You can't deny talent. 26,
Dude,
8 and 3.
MPJ is the craziest player in this whole league.
I love watching him play. I really do, dude.
He's fun to watch. Off the court,
He's
he's
so fun to watch.
crazy.
There is about a million people in this country that would love his job of jacking that shit up.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Also, can I talk about one other player? I don't think he's
yeah. Go
all
ahead.
star level. He definitely isn't. But if we're talking most improved, I think Josh Giddey's up there. Do you think you
Hmm.
can guess a player in the East who is also my most improved heavy favorite?
And yours is you have like no. You're like can't be second year guys. I know you're. I know
Fuck
you're.
no. No, this guy's been in the league for a while, which
Okay,
I do
hold
like it
on.
when they give it to those guys. And yes, I am absolutely, I hate second year most improved players. It doesn't happen that often. I don't even know if it has happened. This guy's not a young guy anymore.
Bi.
It's not BI. BI's kind of steady with his stats. It's a guy who
Um,
took a dramatic 11-point increase this year. Has
in the
dropped
East.
maybe 5 or 6 over 20 points per games in a row, and he's averaging 20.7, almost 21. Recently signed of the Atlanta Hawks, Nickel Alexander Walker.
Ah,
Dude, dude.
yeah.
They choked this game this week against the Denver Nuggets when they came back. They could have won. Nickel Alexander had 30 plus, consistently delivering without Trey Young. 21 points per game,
Mhm.
86 from the free throw line, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. Not playmaking as well as he could. 2 turnovers, 2 fouls, but stepping up in ways that the Atlanta Hawks need scores without this. That's Jalen Johnson's job. Dyson can dish it occasionally.
Mhm.
Um, can we talk about it though, bro? Because with this Nickel Alexander Walker, it kind of correlates with one of the biggest news from, you know, this week. Giannis meeting with the GM and maybe the owners to talk about his future, which his future is you're gone. He has to be gone,
That
right, Zach?
at some point, I believe so.
You don't see it this season. You see it during the offseason when it becomes a little
I
bit easier.
if I had to guess, it would be in the off season, but there's gonna be teams that want to go and move, that are disappointed with their team and they would like to switch it up. There's a lot of suitors out there right now. He's
If
saying he wants to go to the Knicks, or like he's mentioned the Knicks. It's tough for the Knicks to do that trade. The
Why
Hawks
would the
have
Knicks do that trade? I
pieces.
just don't like
Do
it. Why would you give up
the
cat?
Hawks have pieces?
Here, let me tell you this. With this news breaking this week, there's only a certain amount of teams that should be calling, and it's not all 29. The teams that should be calling are these: Detroit Pistons, you call just to inquire. You have young assets, cap space, and people you can make a move on. The fucking Atlanta Hawks need to get this guy right now. All right, that's second. The Knicks do not need to make a call. I'm putting my finger down. Knicks have Mikal, OG, Josh Hart, all that stuff. They don't need to give up a bunch of assets for an older player.
Hmm.
The Houston Rockets, down. Do
No.
not get rid of Sangoon or Thompson or anyone. You have to get rid of one of those two. There's no one
If you
there.
have to, you have net swaps. You have other stuff.
It's a Giannis trade, Zach. You have to get rid of a
Net
young,
swaps
daunting
are
player.
pure gold, Jackson. The net swaps are top five picks, dude.
I don't think it's worth breaking up Sangoon or Thompson, and you
I
have to in
agree,
this
and
trade.
you probably can't get enough. You can't do enough, just other stuff in it. But
Yeah, I do think there's 3 teams that should call.
there's
You
more.
correct me if I'm wrong. The third team that is locked, in my opinion, that should call is the San Antonio Spurs.
Yeah,
You have to give up Castle or you have to give up Harper. Who would you give up?
I would give up Castle.
You have Vassell kind of playing the same position who can that is also under contract, cheaper than whatever Castle might ask for. You've already spent a year with him, a year and a half now. You have to get rid of him. So Chan, you have to probably
That
put in
team would
Keldon
be
or Harrison Barnes.
insane.
So as a Spurs fan, you're gonna keep Harper with De'Aaron Fox backlog.
I think Harper's a better shooter than Castle, and that's what this team kind of needs.
Yeah. So would you call if you're the Spurs, or are you
I would
waiting
call if
it
I was
out?
Spurs. There's
Would you
other
call
teams
right
that I
now?
think should call.
Would you call right now, or would you just say, let's see how the season goes?
I'll call right now. Just if you can get in the Giannis business, get in the Giannis business. Like he might get traded before. If he gets traded before this deadline, and then you didn't even have a shot.
Well, the reason why I bring this shit up
Hold on,
is
I have another team.
yeah, I mean there's probably one more team. If it's the Miami Heat, you're probably right.
It's Miami Heat. 100% should call.
There it is. There it is, right? Yeah. The Miami Heat should call, I think, Tyler Hero. If you can dish him without having to pay Tyler Hero, I would dish him. It's pretty
Hero
simple.
Ware picks?
If you're afraid to give a Ware, you're not in the honest business. Ware has
No.
to go with that.
And you got a great team around them.
Yeah, Ware has to go around that. Bam, bam, with Giannis, with like you just sign Norman Powell. You just keep Norman Powell around. You re-sign him. You need to, especially with the Tyler Hero loss. Davion Mitchell, Norman Powell, Andrew Wiggins, Giannis, Bam, and then the Miami Heat know how to figure out how to make the bench work,
Well,
don't
Wiggins
they?
Wiggins might be in it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
Wiggins,
want him to be in it.
Hero, Ware.
Yeah, he might have to be in it. I don't think they're allowed to trade Jokic or Jovic. They're
Yeah,
not
I
allowed.
mean, I think that's what you do, and then go
So
from
is it
there.
just those teams then? That's four, in my opinion, of teams that are the Dallas Mavericks. No, the
Lakers
Warriors.
fans
I
think they're
personally
getting
do. Warriors. I'm good. I do not need to give up all of my picks and stuff like that, or give up Draymond or Jimmy Butler. Like, what are we doing here? Let's just not do that.
you're
I've
good.
got a
You're good in the West.
dude. I've got It wouldn't be a bench points podcast without me providing a mock trade.
Yeah,
This is why I think the Atlanta Hawks have it unlocked. Like, tell me if you would accept this offer. So with Giannis, not only do you have to send a package, but you have to get a certain package back. And what I mean
it's
is
the
that
brothers.
it's you got to bring the brothers with you. So the
Hmm.
Milwaukee Bucks are sending out Giannis, Cole Anthony, who I'm a fan of, but has been getting almost DNPs the last couple games, but playing on the garbage time because they've been losing or winning. Um, so he's kind of out of the rotation. And if you're getting rid of who I'm going to say for the Hawks, it's always good to have a little extra point guard here. So you trade Giannis, Cole Anthony, Giannis, and then their brother Alex on the two-way. So that's four players. And then you have to send out Trey Young and Ricochet with three first-round picks and maybe a second.
Three first-round picks.
With the former number one overall player and
Yeah.
former second team multiple All-Star Trey Young.
Are any of those picks the Pelicans pick?
Correct. The Pelicans
No
picks
deal.
is the 2026 first round pick, 2027 first round pick, which is New Orleans or Milwaukee, 2031, and then a second round 2031. Like, I'm not giving up Jalen Johnson
The I
or
think the
Dyson
single most
Daniels.
that Pelicans pick means so much. Like I still know there's a lottery. I still know there's a chance. That
Yeah, it means
Pelicans
that you
pick,
can get Giannis.
I know, but I'm giving you Ricochet too. Nah, take some
So
throw-in
you think it's
contracts,
too much?
huh?
You think it's too much?
I think it's too much.
Zach, they are hanging up the phone if you don't offer that shit.
I'm
Like,
offering you
it's,
Trey Young,
yes,
Ricochet,
who
or
you have
that
to
pick.
re sign. Ricochet. I mean, that's why this one's so close. That's why the Hawks
If
have
you
it
want,
here
if you
more than
want the
anyone.
Pelicans pick, you're not getting Ricochet. You're getting different contracts.
Like what, a Kongwu or something like that?
Someone else, something else. I mean, Ricochet doesn't make them. I know he's the first overall pick, but he's still on
Makes
the rookie
13.
deal.
13 this year.
Yeah, you can match 13.
A just trade. Here we go, I guess. I mean, like, I just think it's obvious for the Atlanta Hawks to make this trade for that team.
Yeah, but what happens when this Pelicans pick is a top four guy, and you could have done nothing and just gotten a top
Well,
four
that's the
guy?
cost of getting the second or third best player in the league.
Yeah, at
And you're
30.
in the Eastern Conference, you can make a move here to
At
make yourself on the
30.
very top. With Jalen Johnson pairing, okay, this could be the potential starting lineup. That's why Walker's in the starting lineup now. Dyson Daniels, and Walker's good defensively still, too.
Hmm.
Dyson Daniels is there. Jalen Johnson slides to the three. Then you still have Giannis. Kristaps, if you want to start him, he came off the bench last night. Kristaps, Kongwu, bunch of other players. Like, that team is a If the Hawks made that trade, I'd put him as a contender. I'm not joking.
I
Ricochet is
believe it.
great.
I would just like to
Ricochet is
keep
great,
Ricochet.
but you have to give him a little something extra. You got to give him a little interest. And you have this perfect pick. You have Ricochet. It solves your Trey Young situation. Trey Young, yes, he means a lot, but guess what, guys? You have to either pay him or you don't. And they're playing well without him. I'm not saying
Yeah.
he's not worth it, but I bet they can play even better with Giannis, bro. I think this is so close
No, I
on a
think we're
trade.
no, I think it's close. I think the Hawks, I
That
don't
pick
know.
is
If
amazing. Yes, Zach. That's the only thing that's hanging you up other than Ricochet.
it's the class too. Like even if you get the fourth overall pick in this draft, you're like, damn, all right, perfect.
So maybe you can get rid of sending
So the
out another
Hawks
first round
almost have
pick.
some power because unless Giannis isn't gonna get traded unless he asks out, right?
Or if they find a
I
suitor or
don't think they're
something,
gonna
yeah.
push him out.
I think he would sign with Atlanta too, by the way.
I
Re-sign
don't
with
think they're
them.
gonna push him out. So he's gonna ask out. There's gonna be a bidding war between some teams or whatnot, hopefully, like Luca. Um, and the Hawks can be like, hey, you can have Ricochet and a bunch of first round picks, or you can have the Pelicans pick and more other first rounders, but no Ricochet. We're giving you Luke Kennard and someone else.
Luke Kennard is 11 million, by the way. It would be able to get in there, and you could put your former first round pick from this year in it too that you guys
And then if you're
drafted.
the Bucks, you're like, we can get a cornerstone guy, rookie, who fits our timeline better. I mean, I know Ricochet's second year, so like it's not like crazy, but you can get a guy with way higher upside than Ricochet.
And then you can re-sign Trey Young. Just keep a little bit of a cornerstone of a franchise still alive. Sell those tickets. Trey Young sells, and the Milwaukee
But
fans would eat him up and just love him and enjoy him.
yeah.
Zach, you could potentially get rid of Ricochet in this trade. You could send Luke Kennard and match a couple other players in this. Everyone's gonna be picky. I think there's so many events that happen from the Luka trade, the Mikal Bridges trade. There's still some stuff from the Rudy Gobert trade. It's a different league. You
Hmm.
have to. The price for Lowry marketing alone right now is crazy stupid too. Imagine what it is for Giannis, Zach.
That's Danny Ainge, man.
Dude, man. Um, I don't know. I've been saving this one. I think it's the obvious answer other than those three other teams, man. Atlanta Hawks, get it done. And do it this year because Giannis is under contract this year, next year, and then a player option. Sell it to your fans. Be like, yep, we've got Giannis this season. Get him acquainted. Use that time to sell him on the franchise so you can re-sign him. Before you even traded for him, you already talked to the agent. Say, yo, we'll offer you the max. There's no debate here other than a player option if you want it. But you're gonna be
Hmm.
older. But that's the debate here. We're giving you that. Blah blah blah. You take that. He will take that.
Can he sign an extension this offseason?
I
Or
believe
is it
so.
next?
I believe so because typically when it's a 1-1, you can uh, sign during this
Well,
upcoming summer. I believe.
what players have been doing now is signing that contract and then getting traded,
Yep.
because it's more money.
But he's still on that same. He's still on that same team where those rights transfer. I believe Zach. Where
Yeah,
those
but like
that
the
more money is
Luca
still
trade
available.
costed him. That was the
Yes.
next year. I get that.
Yes. Yes. It
But
will
that's
cost him a
almost
little
what's
bit, but
happening with
like
Giannis.
it is what it is. Because if you're
Yeah.
not wanting to be there, you have to make your own. There has to be their own cuts, bro. You have
Yeah.
to make those choices of what you want. You know. I don't know. We're gonna take a break. Maybe we'll talk about the NBA Cup or any other breaking news. Maybe we could talk about the Chris Paul situation. Whatever you've been
Yeah.
seeing throughout this
We got a
week.
couple more things.
Yeah, just a couple more things. Keep it right here, guys. We'll be right back.
All right, we're back. I wanted to mention a different streak, sort of little scoring streak that just came
What's that?
kind of to the surface. It's Shay's 95 straight games with 20 points.
Damn.
Every single game he's getting 20 points.
I wonder if James Harden ever had a strong streak like that. He must have, bro.
Yeah, well, when his line was over or under like 38 and a half or something.
Yeah, and he
Um
wasn't winning as
so
many games as this team.
so Wilt holds the streak of 126. Um and Shay's at 95. He needs about 30
Holy
more
crap. Are you
games.
serious? This could
Yeah.
easily happen.
It could easily happen, yeah, very, very soon. It just shows how good Shea is. And every time I watch the Thunder, they're normally not in close games, obviously. But whenever they are within that six-ish points range, like later in the fourth or mid to late fourth, I just always know what's gonna happen. Like you always know what's gonna
They're
happen.
gonna wrap it up.
They clamp a little more on defense. If the other team scores, it's tough buckets. And then it's just Shea hitting these step backs or these side steps or the baseline jumper. He's just always getting to his spot, never gets blocked, never gets blocked.
Huh. Shane never gets blocked. How does he create that space?
That off arm does get a little out there. I won't.
No
I'm
shit,
not
he
here to
never gets
justify
blocked.
it. I don't love watching the off arm kind of push off a little, but
It's like a little bit to a hatred level of how I used to watch James Harden. I mean, I
sure,
appreciate him. He's good, but he had some foul baiting back in the day, just like Shea. Shea's the king of it. Everyone knows it, especially Timberwolves fans. Yeah,
yeah.
he knows
He
how to
does
create some space, but he is good,
yeah,
clearly.
the foul bait I can't justify and I don't like watching, so I don't even I'm not trying to hear I'm not here to try to defend that. But he's the smoothest jumper in the league.
Yeah, without
The
a doubt,
smoothest.
bro. He's just in control, knows exactly where he needs to be when he's dribbling, creating space, finding himself in the lane.
Exactly.
His teammates seem to build a pretty good chemistry off of him, creating his space, being out in the corner, being able to go in for a drive if needed, sending him the correct screens. He can rely on those guys. And again, we've how many times we have to repeat ourselves? This is what makes him into heavy favorites to repeat again this year.
I saw a
Um,
stat. I
Go
don't
ahead.
know if it's hold on, let me
I'm not sure if it's true or accurate, but I thought we should just
no,
say
I
it.
know it was true when I saw it. I don't know if it's true right now.
Okay, with Shea relation.
Yeah, it's Shate for MVP. He's jumped a lot now. But I saw this was like probably a week and a half ago that he was more of a favorite to win the NBA finals than he was to win regular season MVP.
100%. I don't find that to
But
be shocking, do we? It's just
I mean, it's a
interesting.
little shocking
It's I
that
guess
like
it's interesting.
they're assuming they're gonna win the NBA championship compared to a team that's 22 and 1. Like he's the slight favorite, a little over Jokic right now. It's
Really?
a three-headed race, by the way.
Are you
Shea's
serious
plus
though?
155. Jokic is plus 170, so just
And then what,
behind.
Luca?
Luca at plus 280, so a little lag, and then it drops all the way to Cade at plus 5,500.
Yeah,
So
I'd put Cade in there, then Giannis needs to go in there, and then
Giannis, it's Tyrese Maxey before Giannis.
Tyrese Maxey should definitely be in that race. But yeah, Shea's unbelievable, man. They have some things lined up. Two of their former first round picks still aren't even playing, and the days get sweeter when the Clippers and the Jazz lose games. Man, they've got so
Yeah,
much upcoming.
I
The
mean,
best part, their only villain is the Denver Nuggets and what the payroll will look like.
for sure.
That's the only way of stopping this team, man, unless some sort of season-ending injury happens.
And the Nuggets have been sliding a little. Um,
Yeah, rightfully so.
Lost
I
to the
mean, it's a
Kings.
tough position. Yeah, it's a tough
Yeah,
position to be in. Dude, sorry, I didn't mention this last segment. Potential All Stars. Let's put him as a lock. Zach LaVine. He's back, baby.
he's back one game. Green Bean.
Oh my gosh, gross. It's I don't even want to. They lose to the Kings. Barely beat the Hawks in Atlanta, but I mean, we expect them. You lose some games without Aaron Gordon, Christian Braun. Jamal Murray got his 52. He's playing great. Has the potential to be an all-star, especially since he is an international player.
Mm-hmm.
They actually might have trouble naming American players.
That no, that'd be more of the trouble.
More of the trouble. That's why maybe McCall and Karl Anthony Towns have a shot here. Paolo,
Yeah.
no, not a chance.
Where's
Doesn't
OG? Is
deserve to be.
OG American?
He is from England.
No,
Did you know
I
that?
did not know that. That's awesome.
uh, yeah, yeah. Um, can we talk about Paolo for a second, man?
We can talk about Paolo.
think there's a lot been going around with Trey Young, Paolo, and maybe some other players from the past of being like, yo, these guys are clearly the best players on this team, but why are these teams being able to figure out and playing better a little bit without them? Paolo forces up some interesting shots, kind of around the paint. It's the forgotten 2 point faders, posting
Hmm.
spin move, stuff like that. I mean, I enjoy those type of shots. I think it should be in the game of basketball.
Hmm.
He's not KD, man. He can't he can get above these guys, but it's just like different shot form, different consistency around that area. I'll trust KD. KD can take any shot he ever wants. Did
Hmm.
you say he was the best offensive player ever? Like he might be. But Paolo Banchero needs to get in his lane. He needs to create and he needs to do some more spot up threes because I'm just a little bit disappointed for what I'm seeing from him, especially since he is now officially a max contract guy
Yeah,
next
and
year.
we've seen him in college be a more of a facilitator, more of a different kind of style guy. So I think he has it in him. Um, but yeah, he hasn't been shooting well. He hasn't been efficient. Takes some bad shots, like you said. But this team's still gelling, and I think uh, I think they can get it turned around a bit. They're playing the Knicks
Hopefully.
as we record this,
Yeah, a little 12 a.m. Sunday game. I love it. Or
and
12 p.m.
Franz
or
Wagner
11
did
a.m.
get hurt in this game.
Is he returning at all?
He's out for the game.
I will say and I've mentioned this before, I'm more impressed with Anthony Black on that team coming through.
Yeah,
Making some his scoring can be questionable, but actually coming through, got a career high. I mean, I think we talked about this last pod. And the same thing with Trey Young, man. I just don't know what to expect. That's why he's a big centerpiece of that Giannis trade for me. Um,
yeah.
Ryan Nemhard, the two-way undrafted, almost 6 feet tall brother of fuck, I'm an idiot, bro.
Andrew.
Age Andrew Nemhard. I was about to say AJ Nemhard. Two-way contract provides a point guard when needed. Has started some games. Even had a career high, dude. What was it? 28 points, 15 points, 10 points, 11 points, but also 13 assists, 10
It's
assists.
the assists. That's the
He's
kicker for me.
his field goal percentage is not bad at all. I mean, he's a rookie. He's not even doing that many crazy turnovers. His 28 and 10, he had zero turnovers, by the way, in a win against Denver, bro.
Yeah.
Playing 35 minutes. Dude, I mean, the Chris Paul thing came around. It's short guards. This game is more about length and size and all that stuff and potential off of that versus just straight players like Pat Spencer, like Ryan Nemhard, and Chris
Hmm.
Paul. Should we talk about the Chris Paul thing? Because that was kind of a shock at 3 a.m. on his Instagram story. Peace. I've been told to be
Yeah,
sent
I've been
home.
told I'm getting sent home.
The
Um,
Clippers had some travel issues that night, so he's getting sent home in the middle of the night.
yeah, I don't, there's gonna be more and more details coming out. There was a video of, did you see the video of Ty Lue?
Was
I,
it with Chris Paul talking to a girl and Ty Lue? That one?
no, it was Ty Lue at a free throw line. I don't know if it's real. That's the problem right now. I don't know if it's AI or not, but it's him basically saying fuck Chris Paul. Um, I don't know. There's been more and more details coming out. Obviously, Chris Paul was unhappy with something, and they just thought, hey, we can just get rid of this guy
Hey
because
guys, he's unhappy with how they're playing and
how they're
how who they
playing,
are.
how coaches might be handling things, how
Sure,
management might be handling things.
sure.
Um,
Clippers year from hell.
Clippers are in a year from hell. They don't own their pick. They get rid of Chris Paul. Who do you think will sign somewhere else or no?
Um, if he can be traded, it can't be until December 15th. Um, Chris Paul is interesting because he strictly wants to be a West Coast guy.
Oh yeah.
Wants to be close to his family. He already announced his. Everyone knew he was retiring at the end of the season. Then just recently announced his retirement, officially. If I were Chris Paul in my head, I wish I retired after starting 82 games with one of the youngest, best prospects in the league and just finishing off that note.
Yeah. I
But
mean,
I get a reunion calling your name, get to make some money, and then play back in LA. I get it. But I mean, who would want him? He didn't play well. It's strictly a leadership role. I don't want to play him that much.
yeah. You
So
don't.
it's up to a team to just waive a player or something like that. And I don't know how strict he is now after all this incidents happening. Like, Chris Paul, do you want to play? Do you want to stay with your family? What do you want? And who's trading for Chris Paul?
Yeah,
Unless there's some sort of cap move you want to make or
it could
some
just be for
heavily
cash
protected
too.
second round pick or cash. But like, Chris Paul in California is not going to play for the Kings. The Warriors aren't going to take him. The Suns don't really. Why would you go to the Suns? Um, the Lakers, like, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. They have an open roster spot, I believe. They do need better point guards, but like, that's the only way. He gets waived or he gets traded and you send some cash their way.
Little
Clippers
JJ
are just,
Redick.
that's another scenario as well.
I guess that's in my head. That might be the only one,
It
really.
might
Like
be the only one. And
there
JJ
could
Redick
be a shocker one, but
was teammates with Luca, had a podcast with LeBron James beforehand. JJ Redick is mature enough to figure it out and
hmm
be able to handle it, and they can come to an agreement. That's the only move then, right?
yeah, I think so, probably.
Just disappointing for a guy who made me get really into the NBA. He's the reason number three is my favorite number. Um, and he was the first NBA game I really watched on TV. It was the Clippers, the light blue jerseys, sleeve jerseys. During Lob
hmm
City, Lob became my favorite play of the whole thing. It's just an undersized guard that was a traditional point guard, and it's sad to see it go like this. But that's the business of the NBA, man. We do not miss a day of drama, do we, man?
For sure.
Dude. Um, yeah, I just I'll say that. I still have the tabs pulled up, bro. Um, the Brooklyn Nets again had a record-setting 5 first-round picks last year and decided
Dude,
not to trade any of them, by the way, and just straight draft them. And
we've talked enough about this.
dude, I mean, we like Igor Demon not playing great at all. No one is. Drake Powell's playing some good defensive plays, and Danny Wolf had a poster. Great. Everyone else is just okay, and they'll take time. Sure, I get it. I just, what if they selected at the eighth overall pick Derek Queen or anyone, man? I think
Yeah,
we've actually already talked about this on this podcast. Like, what
yeah,
if
we
they
did.
just had Derek Queen, man? Just an actual building piece. Because we've talked about the Brooklyn Nets maybe too many times. What piece is there that's good?
No one, man. We don't need to talk about this team. MPJ's been playing well. That's about it. Claxton's decent, man. Get these Nets out of my face.
Sorry, man. Sorry, man. We could just talk about,
Let's talk
um,
NBA
let's talk
Cup.
NBA, NBA Cup. All right. Well, NBA Cup is back this Tuesday for the quarterfinals. This will be the Eastern Conference. Another Battle of Florida. We had a Battle of Florida earlier this week. The Orlando Magic barely came through, so it's kind of tight. We're in Orlando. I'm going to be in Miami next week. I wish this was in Miami. That would have been legendary. I would have definitely gone to this game.
That would have been
Um,
sick.
that would have been awesome. So it's another Florida battle. Orlando Magic hosting the Miami Heat. Then later on in that day, New York Knicks and then the Raptors are hosting, man. Wow. Talk about
Yeah.
some good Eastern Conference games right there.
This Heat and Magic have played already a couple times, like recent, like
Yeah.
definitely in
Yeah.
the last few days they played.
No, yeah. Yeah, it was close. And then Knicks Raptors both kind of similar records. Raptors I
And they
don't
did
think
the
the Raptors
trade.
will pull, yeah, Raptors aren't going to pull through on this one. OG's back by the way, so um it's going to be close. It's going to be close. That's going to be a
Yeah, I
fun
got
one
the
and then
Heat. I'm gonna take the Heat over the Magic.
okay.
5 p.m. Central Time.
The Orlando Magic are favored 5.5. So, you got a
Yeah,
little
I'll take
upset here. And then the Knicks are favored 3.
the Knicks are favored by 3, and give me the. I'll take the
Toronto Raptors
Knicks.
have dropped some bad games, I would say.
I'll take
Some
the
easy
Knicks, but
games.
not confident. I feel like the Raptors could easily win that one.
The next day, we're going to the Eastern Conference. Somehow, man, the Phoenix Suns are in this NBA Cup, man. They're facing the Thunder. We know how that goes. The line, bro, is Thunder by
Wait,
16.
16. I was gonna guess 13.
I would love to see an upset. I hope they play well. This team has been playing hard, and I've been impressed. We've all been impressed, especially you
Yeah,
and I,
I've been
with Colin
very.
Gillespie and some other. I'm impressed with DeLon Brooks. But we'll see how this goes. Thunder are going to try and get back to the final and probably secure the bag on this one.
I'm gonna
Maybe,
go with the Thunder on this one.
yeah, maybe one of the more impressive 2000, just 1 year, 6 month periods, other than the 73-9 Warriors coming off that championship. And then later in the night, San Antonio Spurs at the LA Lakers. This would have been a prime game. What's the update, man? What's the update on Wemby, man? Are we
I'm looking up right now.
like,
Like that's I
please?
typed that in before.
My gosh. So it's not exciting if Wemby's not playing. I think Luca just welcomed his second kid, so I think he was in another country.
He did.
So hopefully he'll be back by then. He's got till Wednesday. Um, but it should be mentioned that every other team, every other 22 teams are getting some days off here, by the way. And
Hmm.
this goes into the weekend. This goes into Saturday, where Las Vegas is hosting the neutral site for the semifinal games. So they get Saturday, Tuesday, and Wednesday off for an NBA team. And if you don't play on those other games, it is what it is. Essential rest for some of these old players. Maybe essential for the LA Clippers. Maybe we'll see a turnaround here. Any update on
Yeah,
when
so the
Wemby's coming
Spurs
back?
the Spurs reporter said probably not if he had to bet, not this week, but back by Christmas, which is so sometime in between that.
Jeez, I would love for him to play on Christmas. He played the Knicks against the Knicks on Christmas, and that was just a spectacular game for MSG and just really put him on the board.
Have you watched the Lakers at all?
Yeah, I've watched a little bit.
Have Luca in the first quarter? If you guys got a league pass or f can find a way to watch the Lakers game, watch Luca in the first quarter. He plays the whole first quarter, and pretty much, I'm pretty sure, yeah, he does play the whole first quarter. He half the games he has 20 points in the first quarter. I swear.
You only have to take a certain amount of shots. He likes to just get a little hot there and then
Dude,
figure it
he's
out for the
like
rest of the
already has
game.
three threes at the end of the first quarter. I'm like, what
Yeah,
the hell is happening?
yeah. And I have to say, their best offseason signing is Jake LaRavia.
He's just a connector. He's good.
He's hitting down shots. Hey man, Cam
Can
Reddish just
drive.
left his league in another country. He's coming back to the US for personal reasons. Let's bring him back.
Why not?
He was 0-7 and he never played well there. He averaged 15 points per game, but I mean, just nothing great. By the way, Wemby can only miss the 7 more games for him to qualify. So that's a big deal. It was a big deal last year. Gave Evan Mobley an extra $30 million.
Yes, he won't. He'll miss seven at least.
I mean, it's just sad
It's sad,
that
but
we
he
have
for
to
sure will miss
2 years
seven
in a
more.
row again have to deal with Wembanyama not being on a defensive player team, even though we know he's the best defensive player in the league.
Yeah, and this Spurs team has bigger aspirations. So
It's
if he's
sad.
healthy for the playoffs, that's all that really matters. If
They're
I would
15 and
not want to play that
7.
team.
They're 15 and 7, so
I would
gelling in the
not want
right
to play that
ways.
team. Without Wemby last year, they would be.
Wemby just it controls the whole paint. You change your whole offense. It's hard to sustain during a 7 game series, even though we haven't seen it from him. It just changes everything.
They're
People are clearly
15 and
afraid.
7. They would be 9 and 13 last year without Wemby.
Yeah, yeah. It's
This team's good.
I just hope it seems unlikely he will definitely miss more than 7 games, probably.
100%. He's gonna miss at least a couple more. But NBA
Dude,
Cup doesn't count, right?
uh, the quarterfinals I don't believe count, and the championship does not count. But I don't know if this game
But the
counts as a regular
semifinals
season game.
count?
The semifinals and championship game do not count as regular season games, I don't believe.
Okay. Okay.
But the one where they're facing the Lakers, I believe that counts as a NBA game,
Then that's
which
one.
does suck. And that's a great point, Zach, bringing that up. Of so does this hurt him or help him? I don't know. There's
Yeah.
games later that Saturday in Las Vegas. I'm a big fan of the NBA Cup. Prime's been taking over the coverage. It's kind of fun to have them all in one,
Mm-hmm.
taking over the whole thing all the way through. I mean, this is what they agreed upon, but it's exciting. Last year in Vegas, so we've mentioned that before. So I'm excited, man. Who do you got winning it all? Do you just wrap OKC? OKC lost to the Bucks last year for it. You know,
I'd do OKC, but
all right. If they're getting negative 16 or favored by 16 points, you can almost lock that one in,
it's
brother.
either them or the Lakers probably.
Dude, I would hope I want this. I just want OKC to lose some games here, man.
They're not.
Shay's not playing tonight too either. First game he's missed.
Yeah, he's missing the Jazz game.
Yeah, he should miss some games. He should take some rests. Absolutely, especially with big NBA Cup this week.
Yeah,
I don't know. Those are the games to watch. We do this weekly. Those are the games to watch.
for sure.
Um, Anything else? Any other breaking NBA news? I mean, Cooper Flag continues to play well.
Yeah, no,
Mavericks win some games here and there.
I got
Anthony
nothing,
Davis
but
is.
I'm sure this week will be full of something else.
Yep, I'll be in Miami all week. Gonna be posting. Maybe not watching as many games, but I will be following as
Posting
always.
shirtless.
Posting social media content from out there, as in I have them pre-scheduled. Oh, one more
Oh,
thing. One more thing. Pat Spencer is that guy. I said
he's
it
that
from the regulars.
motherfucker.
Yeah, I said this immediately. I want him on a full standard contract, just like last year. Um, Clearly carrying the team, beat the Cavs last night, almost beat the 76ers. By the way, Maxey is maybe a top 10 player in the league right now. He just
Oh
has
yeah,
to be. He just
oh yeah,
has to be. Outstanding young man.
that's great.
Um, Pat Spencer, please. I mean, sadly, we filled up our last roster spot with Seth Curry. I'm not going to
Thought
get
you were gonna
into this
say,
because
please
I
kiss
said
me.
this last podcast too. So I'm just like,
Please kiss me.
Pat Spencer, please, man, come through, man. Thank you, thank you. That's all I needed for a 12-12. Jesus. Oh,
Celtics
by the
are the
way,
top three offense in the league. Let's roll.
I'm loving the Celtics, man. I am cheering for them. I am liking this team. Let's see what we can get for Anthony Simons. I would trade for Nick Claxton because he's doing random fucking triple doubles
Yeah,
out of nowhere.
we mentioned that already too.
Dude, I
Walsh
know,
is,
I know.
I
We did
know.
a fake trade and stuff. Walsh, I gave up on him. I think I said it on the podcast. He doesn't have it, and
He might
I'm
have it.
wrong, I guess. I hope he has it for you today, Zach.
Thanks, man. Thanks, man.
And your Blazers suck, by the way.
No, they don't.
Their best player can't be Denny Avdia. That will not take you to the playoffs. I have them officially out on the playoffs.
All right, well,
You do too. In your
no, I
mind, you
don't.
do.
Never. Warriors are gonna slide, slippery slide.
That's all I got, though. I appreciate everyone listening to the podcast. Please watch it on YouTube, guys.
We're two
Come
games
on,
behind the
guys.
Warriors. Get the fuck out of here.
They don't have it, man. They don't. They
You
need
got
Drew Holiday
Draymond
back.
yelling at Jimmy, yelling at Steph, yelling at. Yeah, y'all are messed up right now.
Dude, Pat Spencer controls the locker room. It's simple as that. I can't figure out what
Man,
the mega market
Pat,
is, by the way, either. I don't know what it is. Get him off my team, please.
Pat Spencer sits in the corner.
All right, y'all. We appreciate y'all. We're gonna be back here next week. You know how we do.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, say it about your bullshit team. Go ahead.
Blazers.
All right, peace, y'all.